can socialize, you can connect with other parents, and the babies are there, but they're not focused. I think there's in our culture, there's really like a lack of support for new parents, right?
I've been, yes, especially moms, and I'm a dad, and I can say that as having been there 15 years ago. What's your question, Peggy?
Yeah, so how can I shift the mindset and behavior of my current and potential customers to also prioritize self-care by coming to Baby Booby and not feel guilt in a culture where we feel like our kids always come first?
Got it. Okay, we'll get to that question in a sec. Jane, let's bring you in. Questions from Molly.
I love what you're doing. So let me backtrack because I'm quite excited about all of this. When we started Dermalogica, we quickly realized, we started with educational classes, and what we quickly realized was students who were already qualified and working in salons were coming back to the same class more than once, which seemed odd because they'd already learned, about acne or whatever it was. What we realized was they weren't just coming for the education, they were coming for the community. And I think that's exactly what you've got. I think you've got a workout studio, but I'm willing to bet one of the strongest pulls for people to come there is because, yes, they can bring their babies, so that solves the childcare issue. Secondly, they're with like-minded people, it's connections, community, sisterhood, is knowing that you're not on your own, knowing that you're not the only one that doesn't get it right first time. That is critically important because what everyone is playing right now is community and connection. So I would just really emphasize to you, don't underestimate this community aspect. Make every excuse you can to have them come into the studio. Whether it's a workshop, whether it's a baby class, whether it's somebody giving a presentation on something, get it on social media. I looked at your Instagram just quickly and you've only got a little over 3,000 people. You can get more than that.
It's pretty good, actually.
It's not bad, but your mums can kind of flesh that out themselves, have them post, do the competitions when they post. Anything you can think about, any idea that builds community, build it in your business.
Yeah, for sure.
So do you have a membership? There's a membership aspect to this. And what does that look like?
Yeah, so you can join as an unlimited member. You get access to on-demand classes, live stream classes, unlimited classes in the studio.
And sort of what's ballpark pricing on your membership?
It's roughly like $89 a month. It's very affordable.
Okay, great. And I can take out a month to month, or can I take out 6 months?
Yeah, maybe month to month, or if you do 6 months up front, you get a little bit of a discount.
Yeah, Molly, a couple questions for you. First of all, you mentioned that you'd like to be, one day, you have 2 locations that you'd like to franchise. So give me a sense of how the business is doing now. Are you guys profitable yet? I mean, it's tough. It's a business, but it's tough. Where are you in business?
No, we're not profitable. I have no outside funding, so I've bootstrapped this entirely. I've taken some really big risks, some scary risks in terms of opening my second studio in Boston. Obviously, it's a lot more expensive than Maine, and I've had to make some really tough decisions. I haven't paid myself ever. I've had to just let go of a manager, a beloved manager, just because I have to pay her. So I have a big vision, and I'm not going to give up. But yeah, it's definitely hard, and just scraping by each month. I'm just like treading water, like keeping my head up, keeping a positive attitude. Yeah.
I love that, and thank you for saying that. First of all, here's the thing. I mean, Jane tapped into social media. We tend to overemphasize the importance. I think we overemphasize the importance of it, and I'm not a huge fan of it myself, but I do recognize that there are big parts of it that are critical. And in this case, what you're trying to do is to remind new parents, and I think probably most of your clients are women, but I do see some men in the classes as well. So new parents, that they got to give themselves, they have to take care of themselves too, because it's part of being a good parent and taking care of your child, especially when they're little, is taking care of yourself. and what your value proposition here is, we're going to make it easy for you. Just come. Just show up. And I think that if there's a way to kind of send that message through videos, I mean, you probably are already doing some of that, but I would really lean into that idea of like, bring you and your baby and just come, and we will take care of everything else.
Yeah, we're here. Your community's here, and we're waiting for you.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. Why did you open your second? What prompted you to open your second location in Boston when you hadn't? You said you'd never drawn a salary, which I totally understand all of that. That's very normal. But why did you then expand to a second location?
So when I started the business in 2021 here in Portland, Maine, I also started doing pop-up classes in Boston, in that area, because that's actually where I'm from. And I was just so excited. I just felt there was a need, I was a brand new mom myself, and I just thought there's so many parents who could utilize this, and it was successful in the pop-ups that I then said, well, we should just have our own studio space, because the idea is to really have that home base for new parents, to have a place to go and a sense of purpose.
So, for all the right reasons, but did you sign a lease on the premises?
Yes.
How long is your lease?
It's 5 years.
So that's a stretch, because you were at that time when you opened in Boston, how many, was it just you teaching, or did you have other people teaching with you?
So in total, my total team between the two studios, I have 17 instructors. And when I opened, I had a team, I think, of 6 and a manager. So I do go down there as often as I can.